This is a Gripen made by the Swedish company Saab. It can fly twice the speed of sound, is nimbler than many of its competitors, and carries some of the world's most sophisticated avionics. But even with these impressive stomach-churning abilities, Gripen has for years been seen as the little cousin to mightier fighters such as America's F-18 Super Hornet, France's Rafale, or Eurofighter's Typhoon. Competitors scoff at its size and its single engine, and while all the other equivalent contenders in this market are backed by mighty military nations, Gripen is made here in Sweden, a neutral country which is not even a member of NATO. That's terribly important because when you procure a fighter jet, you also buy the military allegiance of the country that builds it.
I just got back from a ride in one of Google's driverless cars. I'm happy to say we all came out safely on the other side. The technology works by putting a radar on the front of the grille where a Lexus badge would otherwise be, and with this spinning contraption on the top of its roof, which contains an array of sensors including 64 lasers that spin around at 10 times a second to see the world around it in 360 degrees, much like the map that's showing on the screen behind me.
One of the biggest trends in luxury recently is not actually skirts or a particular color, but the idea of values and the fact that it's important to imbue a brand with a sense of values that can then draw consumers in. That's a little ironic to me, given that I don't really think of values as a trendy thing. Why do you think that's happening, and is it real?
I hope it's happening. I hope it's really happening. I think it's happening in a lot of other industries. I think purely because it just has to. I think the luxury industry is catching up after a little while. I think, the sad thing about the fashion industry in particular is things come in and out of fashion. It's kind of what we're good at. One season fur is fashionable, the next season it isn't. And I think the reality is to be sustainable and responsible in business needs to be continuous.
Edson Arantes do Nascimento, or simply Pelé, is regarded by many experts, football critics, former players, current players and fans in general as the best football player of all time. Today, he is an ambassador for Brazil's efforts to host the 2014 FIFA World Cup next month.
What does holding the World Cup and the Olympics mean for Brazil?
Para o país, se fosse uma boa administração, sem as demonstrações, coisa maravilhosa, porque tinha muitos turistas, íamos ter divisas entrando no Brasil, promoção do nosso Brasil.
Who will win the World Cup, do you think?
Se eu soubesse quem vai ganhar a Copa, perguntar para Deus, mas